morning, everybody. Today we're going to talk about balsam fir. This is a fabulous oil that is not usually available. And so I couldn't get, my picture is a little bit fuzzy, I know, but it gives you the idea. Balsam fir is not normally available. It's been available, I think, once before that I know of for sure, because I've got it. But so this is a great opportunity to take advantage of it. This is the product of the month this month. So it is renowned as one of the most fragrant holiday tree varieties. The majestic balsam fir tree hails from the rolling pine forests of Canada. These mighty firs produce balsam fir oil, an essential oil with a memorable and wintry scent. It's sourced in Canada through co-impact sourcing, and it's produced with the same unique sustainable sourcing process as black spruce. This is really cool because they take it and they get it so that it is generating power at the same time it is steam distilling the bark, and it just kind of goes around and around in a process. That's not a very good explanation, but I'm sure that in co-impact sourcing on the site, on doTERRA's site, then it's got a better explanation of that. But what it does is it reduces waste, it generates electricity, and results in a 60% reduction of greenhouse gas emissions compared to the conventional processes. So it's really cool that the guy that does all the black spruce, farming isn't the right word, sourcing, he figured out, he's got an engineering degree, and he figured out this process, and it is super cool. So it's native to North America. The trees can grow over 80 feet in height and produce thick cluster of needle-like leaves. Catch this, they typically live up to 100 years. It's primarily used for pulp and construction. It does not respond well to pollution, and so you can't find it in urban areas. They prefer to grow in the lush woods of Canada, where the air is fresh and clean. And it is one of the big choices for Christmas trees. So a couple of fun facts. And because this isn't a permanent oil, then I don't have my normal screens. So you just get to look at this screen the whole time. But I've got some good information. So for thousands of years, some First Nation people of the tree's native regions use balsam fir for many sacred ritual and wellness purposes. So it is the oil of acceptance. There is power in the natural environment. We see that everything in nature has a role to play. Small trees, mature trees, streams. Balsam fir helps us embrace who we really are. It doesn't matter where in the aging process we are, we can embrace the cycles of life. Healing does not have to be tumultuous. We can change with poise, grace, and ease. I love this part here, and it applies. Some of you are going to enjoy it also. It can really help older women who feel less relevant to go with the flow and accept situations. It can help boost how we feel about ourselves. We realize we don't have the energy of young people, but wisdom comes with age. So the bark on trees protects the trees, and it can do the same thing for us. It can act as an armor for us and help us set boundaries. We can feel comfortable with other people, but still have boundaries. We can have boundaries so that we don't absorb their other energies. We need to be careful that we don't get such thick boundaries. Some trees have super thick bark. We don't want to have such heavy boundaries that we shut people out. That's not good. So we want to be able to we want to be able to know and do what take the advantage of the boundaries without shutting people out. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Okay, so one of the so balsam fir assists individuals in shaking off the negative influences and energy from others. It can be like water off of a duck's back. So some of the primary uses. For skincare, you can add a drop of balsam fir to your facial cleanser, soap bar, or body wash to add more cleansing benefit and a stimulating aroma to your personal care routines. You can combine 1 to 2 drops of balsam fir with fractionated coconut oil, unscented lotion, or body butter for a cooling sensation on the skin and an invigorating aroma during a relaxing massage. You can add 2 to 3 drops to Epsom salts and then put it in your bath for a revitalizing aroma to enhance soothing end of the day soaking bath. You can do scented ornaments. I've got a cool recipe for cinnamon ornaments that you make them out of applesauce and cinnamon and roll them out and put them in the oven to dry, and you can add oils to those. Plus they smell like cinnamon, so that's really cool. With the balsam fir this month, then you get a little ornament with it that you can hang on your tree. Put some balsam fir on it and help your tree. If you've got an artificial tree, help your artificial tree smell real. You can put it on clay ornaments, anything like that. You can put it on diffuser bracelets or any diffuser jewelry. You can diffuse 3 to 5 drops of balsam fir in your household to provide a refreshing, grounding, forest-like atmosphere, especially fitting for winter months or around your favorite holidays. It's got cleansing properties, so add it to a natural cleaner. A few drops of wild orange and balsam fir in a spray bottle with water makes for one of the best smelling kitchen cleaners of all time. On that, I bet that it would smell wonderful. And I'm actually going to try diffusing balsam fir and wild orange. But since balsam fir is available once every, 3 to 5 years, I probably wouldn't use it to clean my counters because I've got so many other great options. But it is an option, and I bet the balsam fir and the wild orange smell amazing together. For support of your respiratory system, you can diffuse during the night, combine with fractionated coconut oil, and rub on your chest. Diffuse during the day to help support breathing and help create a relaxing atmosphere. So there's a thing called forest bathing, and we've talked about it before, but I think it's been a couple of years ago. Forest bathing is defined as making contact with and taking in the atmosphere of the forest. What sets forest bathing apart from simply taking a walk in the forest is that we consciously take in the sights, sounds, smells, and the whole experience rather than allowing our minds to do the things they habitually do, like putting together a mental grocery list. If you guys have that, if you've got the if you are like I am sometimes, then my brain will just wander all over the place when I'm trying to do things. And when I'm trying to sleep at night, it just wanders all over the place. So forest bathing, when you're doing it, you need to be able to kind of close out all of the stuff and be able to focus. So you need to consciously take in the sights, sounds, smells, and the whole experience rather than allowing your mind to do the things they habitually do. They did a study, I think in Japan, with 280 subjects. They found that forest bathing was associated with lower levels of a stress indicator called cortisol, lower pulse rate, and lower blood pressure. The participants of the study had decreased activity in the part of the nervous system that activates when we are stressed and increased activity in the part of the nervous system that activates when we are relaxed. So relaxing like this is crucial for good health, for good physical health, and for good mental health. That chronic stress reduces immune function and makes us more prone to depression, heart disease, and other disorders. It's one thing to put our bodies in nature, but it's quite another to put our minds there to bathe in it. So we don't live, you can go up on the mountain, you can go hiking on Sandia, and you can be in the forest, but in town, we don't necessarily have lots of forests. So try this instead. You can pick a time to be fully present, choose one or more oils from a list that I will send to you to diffuse as you create a forest bathing experience. You may choose to unplug, turning off all devices except for perhaps some soothing forest sounds. Set an intention before beginning. Allow the diffusing essential oils to permeate and fill your space. Close your eyes, inhale deeply, inviting the chemistry, wisdom, and intelligence of the trees to realign what stress displaces. Bring awareness to your body. If sitting, relax more fully into your seat. If laying down, realize that you can release each muscle a little more, completely melting in the moment. Allow your senses to expand. Visualize the wind whispering through the leaves. Feel the breeze brush your skin. Listen to messages of surrender, stability, and patience. The forest knows how to endure hard storms. It is optimistic, in every moment, always reaching upward for the light. It's not hurried, but honors time and the duration of change. It reminds us of how to care for oneself along our journey, to reflect on the past with forgiveness and gratitude, to look onward for new growth with added wisdom and perspective, with balance and grace, with strength and stability, and above all, with profound love. So forest bathing, and you don't need to do it just with balsam fir. It can be with any of the tree oils that you can do this and combine the tree oils. Some suggested oils for forest bathing are arborvitae, black spruce, cedarwood, cypress, eucalyptus, frankincense, hinoki, northern escape, Siberian fir, and Douglas fir. And if you happen to have it from a long time ago, white fir is also really good. I will send you some diffuser recipes that you can use for this. Watch on our Facebook, in our Facebook group, and I will be posting things there, that some ideas of how you can use it. So this is the free oil that if you place a 125 point order before the 15th of this month, then you'll get the balsam fir and a diffuser ornament. So we're going to talk about Douglas fir. I love, 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 love Douglas fir. The tree was named after a famous Scottish botanist, David Douglas, who identified some of its special properties in the early 1800s. This tree is native to North America, and in addition to being a Christmas favorite, it is also heavily used in the timber industry. For this reason, the tree was imported to New Zealand, where it has since gotten out of control and become an invasive species. Which, have you ever thought of pine trees becoming an invasive species? I hadn't. But the Douglas fir tree grows 25 times faster in New Zealand than it does in North America. So doTERRA sources it from New Zealand, and they use they steam distill it from the bark, but they use the trees that New Zealand is cutting down to cut back so that the invasive species doesn't, take over the whole island. So it's really it's doing a service for the environment, plus providing us with a fabulous oil. Its top properties are it's an antioxidant, analgesic, antimicrobial, antiseptic, anticatarrhal, astringent, diuretic, expectorant, laxative, sedative, stimulant, and tonic. So it can do lots and lots of things. It is the oil of generational wisdom. Douglas fir invites individuals to break free from destructive traditions passed down through their families. Douglas fir assists individuals to live according to their own conscience and values by letting go of harmful patterns. Sometimes our subconscious has taken on patterns that we have inherited from our parents, from their outlooks on life, from the things that their outlooks on life and some of their opinions, which they might have gotten from their parents, who got it from their parents. So we may be conscious or subconsciously holding on to opinions and ways of acting that came from our great grandparents. And their time and living then was way different from what we face with what we live. So their emotions and things and ways of handling things aren't necessarily going to be the positive for us. So it's really good that black fir, and there are a couple of other ones, can help you let go of harmful patterns. It teaches each generation can be a gift of new life, new growth, and new beginnings. It encourages healthy family dynamics. Douglas fir reminds individuals that valuable wisdom can be obtained by learning from the past, especially from individuals who are older, wiser, and more experienced. So the negative emotions are negative generational patterns that we've inherited and being burdened by family issues. I don't think I'm the only one that with my siblings, lots of interesting things come up and lots of interesting interactions that are not always positive. I love my siblings. I love them dearly. It's not always fun when all of us are all together all the time. So Douglas fir is something that can help with that. The positive emotions are generational healing, respect for elders, wisdom, and learning from the past. So the primary benefits of Douglas fir are it will promote feelings of clear airways and easy breathing. It's cleansing and purifying to the skin. It promotes a positive mood and sense of focus and creates positive and inspiring surroundings. Some of the uses are if you are experiencing mental fog and low energy, apply it to your temples, forehead, or diffuse to clear your mind and revive enthusiasm. Depression, discouragement, and tension, apply it to the temples, forehead, and back of neck, or diffuse to relax and ground. Congestion and sinus issues, you can apply it to your chest or the bridge of your nose. Muscle joints and soreness, combine it with wintergreen and massage onto the affected area for soothing relief. If you have conditions where your hands don't work as well as they used to, or your joints don't work as well as they used to, and they're quite painful, use Douglas fir to apply to the affected areas. If you are experiencing feelings of constipation, apply it diluted to the abdomen, and it can be helpful in relieving that. Cellulite and skin cleansing, massage diluted with grapefruit to the desired area. You can use it to help clarify your skin and cleanse it of impurities. So just put a drop of the Douglas fir into the cleansing you're already using, your facial cleanser or whatever you use, and add that to your skin routine. You can diffuse it to boost your mood and increase your sense of focus. And that really works. I'm going to give you a blend that is really good with that. Use it to support clear breathing and encourage open airways. You can put a couple of drops in your hands and cup them over your nose and breathe in deeply, or you can diffuse it. You can combine it with peppermint, eucalyptus, and a carrier oil to create a respiratory rub for your chest. You can create a holiday room spray that I'm going to give you a recipe for, that you can use it to spritz on your artificial tree and it will help it smell like a real tree. You can also spray some or put some drops of it onto pine cones and put the pine cones in your tree, and that will help your room smell like Christmas. You can create a cleaner for floors and other surfaces. Take 1 gallon of warm water, 2 tablespoons of liquid Castile, so 5 drops Douglas fir, 5 Siberian fir, 5 cypress, and 10 lemon. Give the combination a quick mix to combine. It can be used on floors, countertops, and other surfaces. With the Douglas fir, you want to dilute to minimize skin security. It's not for internal use. Neither of these are for internal use. And then it's all the normal ones with keep it out of the reach of children and avoid sensitive areas and all of that. So a fake, and I will send you these recipes, but I'm going to tell you about them. A fake Christmas tree spray in an 8-ounce glass spray bottle. Add 20 drops of Douglas fir, 5 drops of Siberian fir, and 4 drops of clove oil. Spritz your fake tree before decorating, or create a blend without water and use 1 to 2 drops on a clay ornament as desired. There is a blend that is where I found it listed. It's called a homework diffuser blend. And it's 3 drops of Douglas fir and 2 drops of lemon. And it does help you really focus. It is also a great blend for clearing the clutter. If you've got a stack of things like I do on my desk and on my bed and in my room, I'm a stack person, unfortunately. And you need to get through that stack. Diffuse 3 drops of Douglas fir and 2 drops of lemon, and it's amazing what you can get done. I've got a bunch of different recipes that I will send to you. It very honestly will probably be tomorrow before you get them. Douglas fir and balsam fir are both, I love both oils. And this is a great chance to be able to get the balsam fir. So really consider, if you've already got them, pull them out and start using them more again. And this is a great time of year to use them because it just will bring Christmas trees into your house.